Hi peeps, it's great to see you again from my HCTV. And today I'm going to show you how I've created my first wooden cutting board. So nice, look at this. Wow, I love it. Before that, let me give you a quick update on the video schedule so far. From now on, we'll be posting a quick, short overview for you every Wednesday night. So you will have a quick review on what's coming up. And if you like them, feel free to give us a thumbs up and share with your friend and family. Some of you may know, cutting cheese for the French cheese is a real tradition. It's really included in the tradition, you know. If you don't eat cheese and you are French, basically you're not French. And with my Caribbean background, you know, we like to mix cheese with everything. Everything we eat, you know, with rice, pasta, bread, everything. So I've been thinking about this idea for some times now, and I've decided to give it a try. And as you can see, you know, the result isn't too bad at all. And this is exactly what I wanted for myself. And as usual, I will be sharing with you a plan with the exact dimension, just in case you would like to do it for yourself at home. Alright, let's get on it.
Alright, to start, I got as usual the wood from a trash container not far from where I live. And the good part was that I could find this time several types of wood. I first decided to make some of the wood cleaning by passing them to the planer, planning each side of each pieces. After that was done, it was time for me to use the table saw to make some slats, especially for the one I will be using in between to give us at the end a multiple wood design. Then I have decided to go to my meter saw in order to take the first measurements I wanted to have to make the board. Once I have all pieces cleaned and flat, I started arranging them into their first orientation. And here, I make sure all imperfections are facing down as much as possible, as the top side will be the only one used as the cutting board. Even if I use the planer, I realized that at some point the slats still have some imperfections. So I went this time to my belt sander to get rid of some of those. With the strips arranged how I wanted them, I've glued each, making sure they stay flat as much as possible. And to keep them together, I have used several clamps that will stay all along the drying process. Now that they are all glued, time to remove the clamps. After the glue was dry, it was time to flatten the board again using the planer, but please note that you really need to have each strips well glued to each other. If not, it could break apart your entire design. Then, to give the multi-wood effect, I'm here tracing the line to then go again to the table saw to make the other cuts. To be able to find the middle of each part, I have decided again to join them together, then trace a line in the middle which will help me to then move to the meter saw to cut them in half. And once again, the gluing part. But please note that in order to help with the gluing process, I will advise you to make sure each side are flat enough. Then use your glue and clamps to create the magic. Here I have decided to use paper in between to glue the middle part without having too much glue over the cutting plate. After all was dry, one last time to the planer to make sure I remove all the imperfections. Then move to the table saw to clean up the edges, and as you can see, we already have here a nice looking cutting board. And to round up the corners, I'm here using the router table. One of the things you will need to do a lot is the sanding. Before adding any oil or else, the sanding will ensure that the board is cleaned out of any imperfections and good to move to the final part, which is adding some mineral oil on the surface. And please, don't be afraid to rub it all in. It needs to really go inside the wood. And here you are with a nice cutting board for your kitchen.
Alright peeps, and as usual I would like to give a big thanks to all the super fan, all the one following us every week, all the one also commenting, telling us what they think about the project, and also the one taking part into the One Reservation, One Tree Planted program. This program is also helping us to create awareness about a sustainable life, and if you would like to have more information about it, feel free to check our concept page via the website. And of course, every week we are doing our best to keep this show alive, to show you recycle way, to show you a sustainable way to live at home. And if you would like to support us, we will ask you just to share our 1 minute to recycle video showing just right here above the screen, and you will be supporting us. You also find other posts from people in the community where they are sharing videos, projects about things that they are doing also at home in order to give everyone another idea of housing. If you would like to do the same and share your projects, informations, or even your services, feel free to go via the ATC app and share them with us. Basically, our goal is to create a strong community. And in order to create a strong community, we agree to also give you some exposure, because it's not only about us, but it's also about everyone, what we are doing at home to make it a better life. So feel free to go via the ATC app and create your first post. As always, Mr. ATC for another idea of housing. If you are new to the project, new to the channel, feel free to subscribe just right here, and we will be showing you nice DIYs every week. Alright, see you!